Good afternoon. Today we are going to see 1.4 physical changes and chemical changes. So, physical changes is nothing but a change which happens without the change of a composition or without the change of the property of the substances, and it happens physically. For example, if we see melting of a ice cube, if the ice cube is melted, it happens with the contact of the surrounding physically. We are not going to change its chemical composition or properties. So, and the physical changes are reversible. So, if we are melting the ice, we can again freeze it back if we keep it into the refrigerator. So, they are reversible. They can be put back to their original state itself. So, example, um, water. If we can ice cube, we take ice cube, we can melt it with the physical change, and it can be freezed if we keep it into the refrigerator. So, none of the composition or property is being changed. But some of the physical changes are not reversible; they are irreversible. For example, if we cut the wood, it is physical change only, but its composition has been changed, and its composition it doesn't change. But we cannot stick the wood back into the tree. So some of the physical changes are irreversible, but most of them are reversible. So next, chemical change. So chemical change is a change which changes the properties and the composition of the substances. When and this takes chemical changes involves chemical reaction. So chemical reaction is nothing but a process when one or more substances are changed and new substances form. So chemical reaction is nothing but a process when one or more substances are changed into another new substances to make new substances. For example, if we take rusting of iron. So rusting of iron happens when iron comes in contact of oxygen and moisture. So when if we can observe it, you have to keep iron nail and keep it for a long time in a room. And once if you come back like after 15 to 20 days, you shouldn't touch the iron. But the room should be closed, and after 15 to 20 days, if you come into the room and see, the iron will be the iron nail will be rusted, because the oxygen and the moisture in the air, the humidity, the moisture in the air, when the oxygen, the moisture comes in contact with the iron, it rusts. So chemical change involves chemical reaction, and chemical change is nothing but the changing of property. And the new substance which is formed is called a product. And for example, uh, for example, if we take sugar and water, the sugar and water are mixed to form sugar water. So the sugar water here is the product, and the sugar and the water, which are the substances, they are the start of the chemical reaction, and the substances are called the reactant, and the end of the substance, the new substance which is formed, is called a product. So here the sugar and the water are reactant, and the sugar water is the product. So now let's come to recognizing chemical reactions. So recognizing chemical reaction is nothing but like how how to recognize the chemical reaction. Like if we take the sugar and sugar, same example, sugar and water, product sugar water. So how will we know that these two are combined and this has been this is the product? So in that case, the normal water doesn't taste; it's tasteless. But the sugar water is sweet. So with the taste, we can recognize the chemical reaction. With the change of color, with if any gas is produced during the reaction, and a solid product. So a solid product is produced, and that is called a precipitate. And the visible energy transfer in form of light, heat, etc., etc. So the energy transfer. So here the zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid, and the bubbles come. So for when zinc is there and hydrochloric acid is also there, the zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid and bubbles are formed. And those bubbles are as hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is produced there. And here, so now let's see what is a precipitate. So precipitate is nothing but solid product that forms from a reaction and settles out of a liquid mixture. So precipitate is a solid product, and it forms when a reaction happens, and it settles out from the liquid mixture. So this is for today. So in the next video, let's see 1.5. Hope you like the video. Thank you.